Okay, hello everybody. Today we will representing about an analysis of irregular and irregular verbs in students' essay writing from a LLT journal, a journal on language and language learning. Next, we would like to tell about myself and also my peer in this task. My name is Setiani and Ria Apriyanti as my peer today with NPM 0012. We will continue what about our presentation today, a little bit like a summary. So we would like to tell you more about regular and irregular verbs in student writing. So the objective of the study is to know the use of regular and irregular verb in student writing essay, and to know the most dominant verb past written by the student in their student writing an essay. The design of this study is descriptive qualitative research. Based on the analysis from 14 students writing an essay, it showed that the student used both regular and irregular verbs or past in their student writing essay. Both regular and irregular verbs, there are 312 data in verb2 or past. In the regular verbs, there are 142 data or 45.51%. And in the regular verbs, there are 170 data or 54.49%. It shows that the most dominant verb class written by the student is their student writing essay is an irregular verbs. First, irregular verbs are verbs whose change comply with the normal rules. That is which add the letter D or ed to the verb first form or verb 1 infinitive so that it become a verb form second or verb 2 or past tense. Number 2, irregular verbs are verbs that change according to the tense and do not comply with the normal compliance. The past tense irregular verbs are not formed from basic verbs or verb 1 infinitive plus letter D or ed letters to form verb 2 or past tense. Irregular verbs from their past tense differently to not always through a vowel and consonant change, so that these forms must be memorized by the learners and or students. Next slide. So from the abstract above, we can learn the introduction. We will continue from introduction. So tense is any form of the verb that may use to show the time of the act, an event or state is expressed by the verb. Josie 2014. Josie stated that there are 3 kinds of tense. They are past tense, present tense, and future tense, or the form of a verb that usually expresses an action that will happen in the future. Simple past tense is the tense to show action that happened in the past time. Lim 2010. It's supported by Atherton and Baker 2014, P 211. That this tense show complete past action. It's generally used with specific past time such as yesterday, last night, ago, next, etc. So from this introduction, we will know more about our language in say some in English. Next slide. Okay, we will continue about the method of this research. The design of this study is qualitative research. This research is contrast with the quantitative research. Place more emphasis on the study of phenomena from the perspective of insiders. Data used in this research is a form of verb 2, both regular and irregular verbs. While the source data in this research is the student writing composition. So in this method, the writers use qualitative research. In collecting data in this research, the researcher used document analysis. The use of document for the study has a long tradition in qualitative research. The document is a record of events that have already passed. The document used in the research is taken from the result of the foreign students. So we know that the writer used qualitative research with 14 students. Next we will continue with my friend Ria Apriyanti. Time's yours.
Okay, thank you, Ani. I would like to continue the presentation by my peer. It's about the findings and discussion. As Ani states before, there are 14 students that do the data. Well, I would like to read one of the example of studying writing. Well, it was Saturday, 28 December 2019, on the weekend and the end of this beautiful year, I and four of my friends decided to end 2019 with a vacation to Pacitan Sarawak Beach. We ourselves likes to visit the beach every year because we thought the beach was very beautiful and exciting. The breezy mid of vacation at Straw Beach never forgotten. We departed from the house at 9 a.m. Friday and we arrived at the beach at 3 p.m. Understandably, a little longer because we invited a female friend too. After arriving at Straw Beach, we immediately built a tent that we broke to spend the night there. Because we enjoyed the experience vacationing at Straw Beach. While there, we brought supplies that we had prepared mentally and camping equipment. Next, from the essay above shows that the student used the regular and irregular verbs in his writing. There are verbs, for example, the first is verb was in paragraph 1, line 1 and sentence 1. Bill in paragraph 1, line 8 and sentence 5. Like paragraph 1, lines 3, sentence 3. Talk, paragraph 1, line 3 and sentence 4. And then was, paragraph 1, line 4, sentence 3. Made, paragraph 1, line 5 and sentence number 4. And the last, broke, paragraph 1, line 8 and sentence number 5. And also arrive, paragraph 1, line 6, sentence 5. Invited, paragraph 1, line 7 and sentence number 5. Decided, paragraph 1, line 2, sentence 2. Broke, paragraph 1, line 8, sentence 5. Enjoy, paragraph 1, line 9 and sentence number 6. Broke, paragraph 1, line 9 and sentence number 6. And the last is departed, paragraph 1, line 5 and sentence number 5. Well, as I stated previously, there are 14 students that do this research, and for another essay, we use the same method too. And next, this study is to know the use of the irregular and irregular verbs in the students writing an essay and to know the most dominant verbs past written by the students in their students writing an essay. Based on the analysis of the students' English writing composition, it found that students use both regular and irregular verbs in writing an essay of the simple past tense of recount text. Based on the table shows that the student use both regular and irregular verbs in their students writing an essay. Both regular and irregular verbs are 312 data in the verb to or verb past. In regular verbs, they are 142 data or 45.51%. And in the regular verbs, they are 170 data or 54.49%. It shows that the most dominant verb past written by the student in their students writing an essay is an irregular verbs. Well, I would like to continue about the conclusion. Well, related to the using of regular and irregular verbs in 14 students writing an essay, it shows that the student use both regular and irregular verb or past in their student writing an essay. Both regular and irregular verbs are 312 data in verbs 2 or past. In regular verbs, they are 142 data or 45.51%. And in the irregular verbs, they are 170 data or 54.49%. It shows that the most dominant verbs past written by the student in their students writing essay is an irregular verbs. Well, regular verbs are verbs whose change comply with normal rules. That is, with add the letter D or AD to the verb first form or verb one infinitive. So that is become a verb that from second or verb two past tense. Several things must be considered in a way of forming regular verbs by adding the letter ed suffix or d in the basic verbs one or infinitive. Irregular verbs are verbs that change according to the tenses and do not comply with a normal compliance. The past irregular verbs are not formed from basic verbs or verb one infinitive plus letter D or ED letters to form verb 2 past tense. Irregular verbs from their past tense differently through all not always through a vowel and consonant change, so that this form must be memorized by the learners or students. Well, those are about our presentation. Thanks for your attention and have a nice day. Thank you.